we're going to explain how to open SF2 files in FL Studio Mobile. 1. First, understand that FL Studio Mobile doesn't directly support SF2 files natively. SF2 files are SoundFont files containing numerous instrument samples. 2. You'll need a workaround involving a third-party app. A popular choice is the SampleTank app from IK Multimedia. Other sampler apps might work, but SampleTank is reliable and known to be compatible. 3. Download and install SampleTank on your mobile device. It's usually available on the Google Play Store for Android and the App Store for iOS. 4. Once SampleTank is installed, open it. You'll likely need to create an account or sign in. 5. Within SampleTank, you'll usually find an option to import or load samples. The exact wording and process will slightly vary based on the SampleTank version. Look for buttons or menu items labeled Import, Load, Open, or similar. 6. Locate the SF2 file on your device's storage. Use the file browser within SampleTank to navigate to the folder containing your SF2 file and select it. 7. SampleTank should now load the instruments contained within the SF2 file. You may see a list of individual instruments or presets. 8. Now connect SampleTank to FL Studio Mobile. This usually involves using FL Studio Mobile's MIDI routing options. In FL Studio Mobile, access the settings related to MIDI and audio inputs and outputs. 9. You'll need to find the audio input option within FL Studio Mobile and select SampleTank as the audio source. The specific steps may vary depending on your device and version of FL Studio Mobile. It might involve selecting SampleTank from a list of available audio interfaces or applications. 10. Once the connection is established, the instruments loaded in SampleTank should appear available as MIDI instruments in FL Studio Mobile. You can now play these instruments by assigning them to your MIDI channels within the FL Studio Mobile sequencer. 11. Remember that the performance of SampleTank and the responsiveness of the instruments in FL Studio Mobile will depend on the processing power of your mobile device. Very large SF2 files with many samples may cause performance issues on less powerful devices. 12. Experiment with different SF2 files and SampleTank's features to get acquainted with this workflow. Troubleshooting tip. If you encounter issues, ensure SampleTank has the necessary permissions to access your files, and that the connection between SampleTank and FL Studio Mobile is properly configured. If you still have issues, check the help documentation for both SampleTank and FL Studio Mobile, as specific steps might vary slightly between